Do you ever think to yourself, maybe I'm doing too much? What are the signs? Let's talk about it today. Hello, team or player. Haven't decided. Playa, that's kind of funny. Hey, playa. Why you acting like a... Still testing it out. With this episode, I'm so excited to talk about because this is me right now. I am going to give it to you straight, keep it real. That's what I'm about here, bringing you the real deal. So, what are some signs that you're doing too much? And this could be too much working out, maybe too much. This is very rare. I've seen this like 1 or 2% of the time, that you're really too into your healing and doing too many of the rehab exercises, that you're like overloading it. But that's probably not you, because that's not many people. Or are you doing too much with your personal life or your work life, or is one thing leading into the other? It's just so crazy, and it all blends together, and one thing leads to another, and you just get full on burnout. We do not want that. We don't want you to get injured, because fun fact, if you're so exhausted and can't recover, you are more prone to injury. Let me say that again for the people in the back. You are more prone to injury if you are not fully rested, or if you're exhausted, or if you just can't, I don't know what the word is I want to use, see straight, because that's kind of how I feel right now. But I'm here. I want to show up for you guys, because it's about showing up and doing the damn thing, whether that means showing up for an appointment, showing up to shower. I mean, sometimes I need to tell myself that. Showing up to do work. Like, once you're there, it's always better. Just like the last thing I wanted to do was come on here, because I feel like I'm drowning, honestly. And I have so much to do, and the to-do list keeps growing and growing and growing, that I was like, ugh, I don't want to do this. But I do. Once I'm here, it's great. I want to put out more stuff for you guys to learn, because I know some of you are going through this too. It's just the to-do list never ends. You've overcommitted yourself. How do you know you're doing too much? So let's talk about it. Because I don't want to get injured, and I can feel my neck creeping in. And I'm like, oh no, I'm chin talking away. Which, by the way, if you have a neck injury, getting the carpal tunnel game plan, we address some neck exercises and neck complaints in there, and just some common movements that will help eliminate that for you. You can get that at mytrainingroom.co. The link will be in the show notes. But back to signs of I'm doing too much. Are you sore after every workout? Like, is every workout that you're going so hard that every day you're like, I don't know if I'm going to be able to wipe my butt when I'm sitting on the toilet? Like, it hurts, and it's just a challenge. Is it that you can't go up and down stairs because you're guarding, because you're like, oh, my back's about to spasm because I did such a hard workout? We need to mix up what muscles we're using, what kind of workouts we're doing, and the intensity. Not every day needs to be fully hard, because newsflash here, I work with tons of professional athletes, and not every day is it full blast. There's scheduled lighter workouts, there's scheduled mobility days, there's scheduled performance training, which is not lifting a ton of weights. Like, we're doing a lot of these movements and breathing to activate and reboot your system. Think of your body as a computer system. We have to reboot your brain and connect to the muscles correctly, so that you can feel them and activate them and utilize them when you are lifting, running, when these professional athletes are doing their sport. When you're doing whatever your sport or workout is, you need to be doing that too. And that's why I created De-Stress in 20, because it is some of these movements that I'm using to rehab professional athletes, or performance train them, or do whatever, even people on tour singing, that we're utilizing these movements, and it doesn't take long. Like, pick one and do it in 2 minutes, and you're going to feel the difference. It's insane and mind-blowing, and I can't explain it. If you want a preview, check out 5 Minutes to Heaven. That's like a preview of one of them. And if you like that, go grab De-Stress in 20. But onto that. workouts are hard. Also, are you waking up feeling like you didn't sleep? There's so many components we need to address there. One, are you actually sleeping? Or are you just so stressed out and you just can't fully rest? This could also be a huge hormonal component. There are so many things. It's not one answer. Are you eating enough? That's something else I would ask you. Because if you're not eating enough, especially protein throughout the day, you're going to crash and feel tired. That's also one of my issues right now. I am scheduling myself again. This is one of the bad habits. 10 and 12-hour days back to back to back, and I'm not eating enough. Because then I'm like, oh, if I eat, I'm not on that high of like work, work, work. I like that little high, that addiction to stress. And this is leading me to feel burnout. Are you overcommitting yourself? Are you saying yes to everyone? Are you saying yes to every coffee meeting, every meet up with your friends? Which all these things are so important. But if you're already not taking care of yourself and filling up your cup, adding all that in, even though it's fun and energizing, is still a drainer. And I'm talking to myself right now. So that's why I need to record this podcast, to talk to myself, to get my shit straight and just recoup a little bit. So if you are dreading doing something, I would say show up, because I'm really big about that. But if you're already at this point of exhaustion, of you're getting body aches, you're feeling an injury come on, you're not waking up well rested, you're just not feeling like yourself. Do you ever just feel like, oh my God, I'm being such a bitch right now? I feel like that right now. I mean, that is just showing you signs of exhaustion and you're doing too much. Whether you want to heal, increase your performance, be a better person, be better at your job, be better at a friend, whatever it may be, you need to fill up your own cup first. And not in a selfish way, but like to live and to be healthy. You got to do those things that light you up so that you have some more to give. And I don't care who you are. If you're a parent, yes, you need to do this, but also like people who are in service industries, so doctors, caregivers, nurses, teachers, all of that, you're giving constantly. And so you're a little bit more prone to this, which is why you need to be so aware of, hey, what's going on? Am I getting cranky? Is it just because I'm hangry? Or is this like a legit thing? Like I'm going down the funnel or the drain. I don't know what the correct term is. Wrecking some stuff up here and getting injured. Or maybe you're contributing to hormone imbalance. What is going to happen if you keep going at this speed? And like we talked about in the stress series, which if you have not binged those 3 episodes, go back after this episode and do that. But rest takes intention. And it's hard. Like it is really hard for me, even though I love to luxuriate, like I said, and do all those things and go on vacation and travel. But like a lot of times it takes me a day, 1 to 3 days to decompress to actually be on vacation, because I'm so worried, like, what's going on? Does anyone need me? Is everyone okay? Oh my God, is everyone okay? How do I feel? Like you need to be able to intentionally relax. And you do that with filling up your cup and doing some things like breathing. Maybe you do need to sleep 10 hours. I will tell you that last night, I cooked dinner at 4:45. And yes, I did cook tacos. Thank you very much. I am able to do that. And bacon and eggs. Those are 2 things that I will cook. Now, I really hate doing the dishes. That's another reason I don't like cooking. Like the dishes, gross. So I made some tacos. And I had my happy little butt in bed at 6:45. And I couldn't be happier. It was still light out. I don't care. Like I can tell that I'm at that point of full blown, like might start crying because I am doing way too much, putting too much on my plate, and not like I haven't been able to work out because I've just scheduled meeting, appointment. And then, oh yeah, I'll do that. I'll be there at this. I'll show up at this. Oh, I want to go support that person. I need to be there. And I'm just losing my marbles a little bit here. So I put myself to bed. I probably wasn't asleep till 7:30, 7:45, but I slept for 10 hours and I was still tired this morning. So I know it's more than just sleep. It's an exhaustion that I need to fill up my cup and take care of myself, of going for my walk every day again, of doing my breathing for a minute. I don't even need to schedule like 10 minutes every night before I go to sleep. I mean, it's not that hard. It's easy to fall off track. And I'm human. So are y'all. It's going to happen. Like life happens sometimes and you get off your schedule. So it's just acknowledge it and have grace with yourself and pump yourself up. I used to be a cheerleader. So make yourself a cheer. I need to make myself a cheer and then I'll share it with you guys. But I'm usually like, LETSGO, let's go, let's go, LETSGO, let's go, with cheerleader high kick at the end. You got to add that and you get a little hamstring stretch there. But it happens. You're human. Don't beat yourself up for it. Just when I get off here, those are new minutes of a day. I have control of those. I could do something that fuels me and helps snap me out of this exhaustion. And I know some of you are going through this right now too. You might have a new baby. I go through this with my mom's, like, what can you do that fills your cup back up? And I know you want to be with your baby 24/7. That's just hormones. I mean, it's how we're wired to feed them and them survive. Can you take a shower? Something little. Can you go outside in the sun and sit in the sun? Or can you go for a walk? I mean, suggestions like that. If you're injured, what else can you do? You did your rehab. You've actually done your exercises or your one exercise that is really good for you. Maybe 2 or 3 if we're getting more advanced. But you've done that and you've done your breathing. But you want to do something else. Okay, maybe an Epsom salt bath. What else could you do that pours into your cup? Or maybe what's relaxing? Maybe you just want to go have that glass of wine on the back porch in silence and watch the sunset. Perfect. Or watch the sunrise with a coffee. Perfect. But you got this. You could do this. So once again, if you're having neck pain, like I was just saying, the carpal tunnel game plan's in the bottom. De-stress in 20, some of these moves, I mean, game changing. Game changing. You're going to get the edge and you're going to feel better. You're going to move better. You're going to live better. And you all deserve that. That'll also be in the show notes. I hope you take some time and fill up your cup. And I know it is so much easier said than done. Thank you for coming to this talk of me talking to myself about what I need to do. I got this. LETSGO. Let's go. Let's go. LETSGO. Let's go.